As far as Hogan goes, it doesn't surprise me because when I was in wrestling in the 80s, I tried to unionize wrestling. And it was Hulk Hogan who cut my legs out from under me. Hulk Hogan went to Vince McMahon, ratted me out, and subsequently later on cost me my job. So it doesn't surprise me to see Hogan with the Republicans because Hogan's as anti-union as you can get. There still is not a union in professional wrestling. The reason I tried to do it, I was in an elevator and ran into Gene Upshaw, the great tackle guard from the Oakland Raiders. Right. And Big Gene raised his finger up and looked at me and says, you boys need to form a union. I tried to do it, and it was Hulk Hogan who ratted me out to Vince McMahon, and subsequently I was fired and lost my job.
Trump of today, the same man you once befriended, and how do you think this election will play out?
I will answer that with no. He is not the guy that came to me back in '98 after I won. Back then, he was much more liberal, but you need to understand, Donald Trump is for Donald Trump. And Donald Trump is going to do whatever it is that supports Donald Trump. So he looked the situation over. He obviously saw that he could take over the Republican Party. So he changed his views. You know, he went from pro-choice now to, no rights for women's reproductive. He's gone far right. He's trying to say he's now a religious person. Well, to me, if you're going to be a religious person, you have to live it. And Donald Trump hardly lives it. I mean, he's had multiple wives. I often laugh and think, what would the Republicans have said if Barack Obama would have had multiple wives and multiple children and ran for president like Donald Trump? What would the Republican response be to that? It would have been horrifying to see what Republicans would have said if that would have been Barack Obama. And yet they'll embrace a Donald Trump who he's Reverend, I'm an agnostic atheist, and I think that I'm more religious than he is.
Wow, that's quite a statement.